They're not Greek statues, they're Olympic swimmers. And yet, everyone wants that same look. The long torso, massive shoulders, razor-cut abs. The so-called swimmer body. But here's the truth. Most people don't understand what it really takes to look like that, or what it even means. Because behind that aesthetic lies something far deeper, a story of genetics, training, and obsession. So let's uncover it. Why swimmers look so different? Every stroke a swimmer takes activates hundreds of muscles, from their fingertips to their toes. Their lats, shoulders, core, and legs all work together to slice through resistance, constantly fighting the water to stay streamlined. Imagine pushing against water thousands of times per day. That's what builds those powerful backs, those sculpted shoulders, that V shape people envy so much. And then there's the core. Rock-solid abs, built from endless hours keeping their bodies tight and aligned. Water is resistance in every direction. You can't cheat form, not even for a second. Over time, the body adapts. It becomes lean, explosive, and efficient, like a machine built for survival underwater. That's the swimmer's physique. But here's where most people get it wrong. It's not just the water that sculpts them, it's something much deeper. The role of genetics. Some people are born to swim. It's not just discipline, it's biology. Think about the elite names: Michael Phelps at 6'4", Caleb Dressel at 6'3", Nathan Adrian at 6'6", Katie Ledecky at 6'8". They're tall, long-limbed, with massive wingspans and big hands, built to move through water with less drag and more power. But here's the truth. Swimming didn't make them tall. Their genetics gave them an advantage that shaped their results. And their results shaped what we think a swimmer body looks like. Over decades of competition, the swimmers with the most hydrodynamic builds rose to the top. And now, those same physiques define the ideal, but go to any community pool, and you'll see something different. Real swimmers come in every size, every shape, because swimming doesn't discriminate and the water welcomes everyone. Still, how do the pros get that shredded look? That's not genetics alone. The training behind the body. Elite swimmers live in the pool, sometimes twice a day, logging up to 20 or 30 hours of training a week. But what most people don't realize is that swimming alone isn't what makes them look so muscular. The secret is Dryland strength training. Top swimmers lift weights 5 to 10 hours per week. Squats, pull-ups, presses, Olympic lift. Why? Because water can only provide so much resistance. If you want to build mass and power, you need gravity. You need to challenge your muscles under real load. Strength training not only builds explosive strokes, it fixes imbalances, prevents injuries, and sculpts that athletic silhouette that looks carved out of stone. Look back at Olympic swimmers from 50 years ago. Lean, yes, but nowhere near as muscular as today's pros. The difference? The gym. That's why today's champions look like superheroes. But training that much burns thousands of calories. So how do they stay so lean? The nutrition and recovery game. Michael Phelps once trained 5 to 6 hours a day, burning up to 8,000 calories daily. To sustain that, he ate like a machine. Perfectly balanced meals built for energy, performance, and repair. Professional swimmers eat with precision. It's not about dieting, it's about fueling. Protein for muscle recovery, carbs for endurance, fats for hormone balance. And since swimming torches calories, they maintain low body fat almost by default. That's why abs show. It's not about a six-pack workout. It's about output, discipline, and recovery. Now, here's the part nobody talks about. For most people, swimming a few times a week won't reshape their physique overnight. You won't suddenly look like Caleb Dressel after 10 laps. And that's okay. Because the swimmer's body isn't the goal. It's the byproduct of a lifestyle. But here's the twist. That body isn't even the most valuable thing swimming gives you. Beyond aesthetics and what swimming really does. Forget abs for a second. Swimming transforms you in ways that go far beyond looks. It boosts brain health, increasing blood flow, sharpening focus, and improving sleep. It melts stress, fights anxiety, and quiets the noise in your head. It strengthens your heart, protects your joints, and builds endurance from the inside out. And maybe most importantly, it humbles you. Every time you dive in, the water doesn't care who you are, what you look like, or how fast you were yesterday. It just demands presence. That's why so many swimmers describe it as therapy, not just training. It's movement, meditation, and mastery rolled into one. So, does that mean you shouldn't chase the swimmer body at all? Not exactly. Can you get a swimmer body? Here's the truth. Yes, you can transform your body through swimming. If you train consistently, mix your strokes, and keep your nutrition clean, you'll absolutely see change. Do 2 to 3 sessions in the pool each week, plus 1 or 2 gym workouts for strength. Use interval training. Mix sprints with endurance laps to challenge your metabolism, and stay in a slight caloric deficit if your goal is fat loss. Will you look like an Olympian? Probably not, because you're not one. But you will look like the strongest, fittest version of yourself. And that's the real goal. If you're ready to start, subscribe right now. Because here on Prime Health Zone, we turn science into transformation. And drop a comment below. What's your biggest goal with swimming, performance, or aesthetics? The final truth. At the end of the day, the swimmer body isn't a formula. It's a reflection. A reflection of dedication, repetition, and balance between mind and muscle. You don't need to look like Phelps to feel like a swimmer, because the real transformation doesn't happen in your abs. It happens in your mindset, your lungs, your focus, your peace. Anyone can swim. And if you do it long enough, you'll discover that the body you were chasing was just a side effect of becoming someone stronger. But here's the real question. What happens when you combine swimming with one specific training habit that supercharges recovery and doubles your endurance? Spoiler, the results are insane, but that's a story for the next video. Found this helpful? Hit like and subscribe to Prime Health Zone for more real wellness that actually works. And hey, drop a comment below if this helped you or if there's something you'd love to see in the next videos. See you in the next one. Stay strong, stay healthy,